Greetings, people. How are you this Monday? I trust you're all well. And I know that you all know the importance of good health. Nothing beats good health at any one time. We've been having a lot of issues about health in the past maybe 20, 30 years because of the change in diet, because of the things that we eat, because of the environment that we live in. And this has resulted in a lot of lifestyle, what we call lifestyle diseases as diabetes, cancer, hypertension, you name it. This is something that I've been now working on for a while because I was declared diabetic and hypertensive back in 2003. And I was given what to do to beat this disease, or rather to live comfortably. And I did my best, but it looks like it was not good enough because it got worse and eventually I came down with cancer. Of course, I went through the normal treatment and all that. But then in the process, I decided to do a lot of research about what causes these kind of problems. And although there's a lot of information that is misleading on online, but there's also a lot of information that is informative, that is factual. And also, of course, you cannot forget that you must talk to doctors because this is their specialty. And while we have the issue of traditional doctors, I mean not traditional as such in the sense, I mean doctors who are so fixated in doling out medicine that sometimes they will not accept your argument that you feel that the medicine might be too much. And some of the medicine causes some of the diseases. Some are suspected of causing cancer. That's when I learned the word that carcinogenic, something which is carcinogenic. Of course, there was the hullabaloo when a certain governor bought anti-carcinogenic wheelbarrows for humongous amount of money. But I'm talking about carcinogenic. When you do a research, you look at the medicine you're taking, and then you go to Google and you Google about what is this, and it tells you that it's suspected to be carcinogenic, and you're in danger. And I think one of those I came across was the one for hypertension, basically the one for cholesterol, anti-cholesterol. Is suspected. Some of it is suspected to be carcinogenic. But again, I've also done a bit of research, quite extensive research, that certain conditions must also be subsistent in your body for that cancer now to start spreading. And there are many ways of making sure, lifestyle ways of making sure that you do not get to that situation. So if you find that, for example, you are eating too much processed food, you are on, processed foods, basically, not the natural, which you get from the shamba and you come and prepare it in the usual way and use, use the ingredients which are also natural. But anyway, let me not get into diets because that is something you can find out for yourself. But the most important thing, the message I would want to pass tonight is that it is extremely important that you live a healthy life, that you eat healthily, that you avoid vegetables that are grown in areas you don't know. Because I know one of the things about us Kenyans is we are in a hurry to get money, and so. Like I keep on telling some people, there was a time I was doing farming. I was farming French beans for the European market, for export market, let's say. And there were specific good agricultural practices, GAP, principles that had to be uh, strictly adhered to when you're growing this product for export. But it doesn't seem to matter when it comes to our own production. Because there are specific chemicals that you cannot use. If you do, then your produce will not be accepted in those countries. But here we are allowed to use them, and in fact, There's also a specific rule that if you spray your chemicals, even if it's with if you spray your vegetables or whatever you're growing, even if it is with accepted chemicals, you give them time. So you cannot harvest within a specific period after spraying. Here, somebody will spray this morning, and tomorrow morning he's got the things in the market, and it comes with a lot of residues, which are the ones which will now create the conditions in your body. Acidity will create, your body will not be able to get enough oxygen in certain areas, and so on and so forth. So once it starts malfunctioning. And once it malfunctions, then obviously the cells get mutated. The cells will mutate into something else and possibly become cancerous and then spread and bring all these problems. So what I want tonight to advise you people who are watching this video is please be very, very careful where you get your food from. Be very careful how you prepare your food. And make sure that you make enough research. You can listen to people who talk about it, but also it is important to take a deeper look into what people are saying, so that you can can remove the myth from the actuals, and then you live on the actuals. One of the things that I discovered helps a lot is something called intermittent fasting, IF, which I've been talking about for a while, whereby you give your body time. When you are fasting, you give your body time to remove a lot of the excess that has been stored when you're overweight, or maybe even whatever you've eaten. Maybe if you keep on eating too often, then the insulin, the body will not be able to process the food you are eating into energy, and it starts storing it. And that storage is as fat. And then, things go haywire. And your body starts malfunctioning. Not malfunctioning as such, but not functioning at peak, which means that if there are any things it's supposed to clear out, it doesn't clear out because it is not capable. Now, if you give enough time for the body to process that which you have eaten before you take the next one, in other words, if every food you eat finds an empty store, then it finds a peak performance body, and everything will be processed, it will become energy, it will become new cells, it will become whatever it is. But please, make sure that you are careful what you put in your mouth, because what you put in your mouth determines what happens to the rest of your body. But I wish you all good health. I wish us all good health, because it is the epitome of everything that one can do. Sawa sawa. Please do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because every now and then I give information about good living. Yeah? Sawa sawa. Cheers, good people.